Hi, my name is Elvin Colon, and I grew up in Marsville in Bucks County, and I grew up in a home of 11 kids in one house. We're all 1 year apart. And I just remember being very close. We didn't have a lot of money, so we had to kind of rely on each other for fun. It was a lot for my mom and dad to handle. I was second to the youngest. My mom and dad worked very hard and loved us very much. In Bucks County and Marsville, really it was all Caucasian folks that lived there at the time, and we were really the only Puerto Rican family in the neighborhood. I felt like I was different. My mom didn't look like all the other moms. My dad didn't look like all the other dads. I didn't look like all the other kids. And inside me, I just felt different. I felt like I didn't fit in. And I was a chubby kid, and I just was not good at talking to girls or to boys for that matter. I just wasn't good at socializing. I felt different inside, and I felt like I was never good enough. When I was 14, I met Anthony, and he was so easy to talk to. We both played guitar, and he just made me feel like it didn't matter what I looked like or you know, what I was thinking. He just made me feel like I was okay. And I really liked Anthony, and my mom did not like Anthony. She thought he was a bad influence. And Anthony was the first person that I ever smoked marijuana with. And I can remember vividly. It was me, Anthony, and this girl, and he pulled out a joint and handed it to the girl, and then she handed it to me. And without even thinking about it, it really wasn't about the joint. It was about me saying yes to this girl because I wanted her to like me. You know, all the things about my parents said not to do it and all that didn't even enter my mind. I was so consumed with wanting to fit in that I took it without even thinking. And I liked it because it made me feel relaxed. It made me feel like now I could fit in. And I could fit in because I'm doing whatever everyone else is doing. Within a year, we were smoking every day, drinking just about daily. You know, if somebody said we couldn't do it, we were happy to prove you wrong. Me and Anthony one day were driving along, and our other best friend Larry was with us. Larry got confronted by somebody. He said, "This guy over here wants to fight you." Larry and the guy that wanted to fight him was arguing back and forth, and so I stuck my big mouth in there and said, "Somebody hit somebody." Without even thinking, I hit the kid, and when he fell down, his hand landed on a bat. And we saw that kid pick that baseball bat up, and we were all just rushing to get out. And I looked at Larry and said, "Where's Anthony?" He had been hit in the back of the head with that baseball bat that was meant for my head, and he went into a coma, and he died 3 months later, and I was never the same. I had lost my best friend. I blamed his injuries and his death on myself. I just started going out of control. The only way to numb that depression was to use drugs. And I started doing speed. By the time I was 17, I was shooting speed. By the time I was 18, I was off to heroin. And when I met heroin, it just made everything feel like it went away. And it just took me over. I continued to use heroin for the next 20 years. When I took heroin, if I didn't have it the next morning, I'd be physically sick. And so it was just about getting my fix. I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care about my mother, my father, my brothers, sisters, whether I worked or not. I didn't care. The only thing I lived for was to get that shot. And I would do anything to get it. In 1988, I was sent to upstate Pennsylvania, and went to my first rehab. And from 88 till about 92, I was in and out. I would go 3 months clean, get high again. I always felt like, even though I was clean, when I would go to these rehabs and psych wards, in the back of my mind, I still was going to use. I felt like heroin would always be a part of my life. I felt like I was doomed, and I had no choice but to keep using. I loved heroin more than I loved anything else in my life, and that's the simple truth of it. In 1990, I then went to the Salvation Army, a year-long adult rehabilitation center. I felt the presence of Jesus there. I really did. I felt like he was real. At that point, I met a girl. She would later become my first wife. We started dating, and I think we were married within 6 months. Not even 3 months after we got married, I started gambling real heavy. I just, felt like I didn't have enough money. So the best way to get more money, in my thinking, was to start gambling. It was easy money. I ended up losing a lot of money in a very short amount of time, and I didn't have the money to pay the bookies, and I was so depressed again, and I just started using heroin again. And I had, at that point, maybe a year clean. My wife, she told me she was pregnant. I kept using more and more. She said, "You can't live here anymore. I don't want you around while you're doing that stuff." And she threw me out of the apartment. And what I would do was come back at night. She went to stay with her sister, and so I would come back to the apartment at night and steal stuff out of the apartment that we lived in. I would steal all her stuff. I did that for about 4 nights. On the 4th night, I came back, and I was about ready to leave the apartment in the morning to go get my fix with the TV in my hand, and it's a note taped to the door said, "Elvin, it's a girl." And I read that note. My daughter had just been born. It was March 29th, 1994. And I read that note and continued to walk out with that TV, sold it, and went and got high. I didn't even care that my daughter was just born. And at that point, I started living in abandoned houses. That was in 1994. I just lived in abandoned houses. I would scrap metal to get my fix. I was pushing a shopping cart. I would live underneath I-95 with a mattress that I'd pulled out of the trash. And I'll never forget one night, it was raining real hard, and underneath I-95 they have those really big gutters, and the water from the drain spout would just be pouring on my mattress, and I'm covered with these wet, awful blankets that I pulled out of the trash, and the same clothes that I had worn for 3 years now, and I wouldn't even have enough sense to move the mattress away from the water, and the water would just drench, and I'm there under there with my eyes open under those wet blankets, hoping that I would die. My life was a complete mess, and I had hit bottom, but I slithered around there for 3 years because I didn't feel like I would ever be able to live without heroin, and that was my mindset. I was going to die on those streets in Kensington. 1998, and a gentleman said to me that if I went to rehab, he would give me a place to stay. I went to this detox, went to this rehab. He did give me a place to stay. That was the first time that I was clean from heroin, was December 25th, 1998. And this guy had a friend who was going to church. When this girl brought Jesus up and that she was going to church, I said, "Can you take me?" Something came alive in me. Something was reborn in my heart that day when she mentioned it. And it was almost as if God said, "Let there be light," in my heart. And it happened. And I went to this church with this woman, and I have never looked back. When I walked in that church, I felt the presence of Jesus Christ. It wasn't about the church. It was about Jesus being inside my heart. Yes, I went to detox. Yes, I went to rehab. But when I was done, I was pursuing Christ. I wanted to see Him more. I wanted more of Jesus. I used to want more of drugs, more of myself. But something inside me was attracted to Jesus. And that's how I stay clean. I have a life that's centered around the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. It's centered around Jesus Christ. And through Him is how I stay clean daily. Through Him is how I have my life back. He has given me the hope that I needed when I felt so depressed. He has given me the courage that I needed to live life. He has done it for me. I was born again into His family. And so this is why He has led me to do what I do for Lighthouse Network. I am a care guide, and I love to see people get clean. If anyone that you know is going through what I went through, or even yourself, please contact Lighthouse Network's 24-hour free addiction treatment helpline at 877-562-2565. We love you and we want to help you navigate life's storms.